responsibility. Let's explore this thing. Let's explore this responsibility thing. For one, we need to get clear on what the word actually means first, right? Probably one of the best things that you can do for yourself is anytime that you encounter a word, even though you think that you know it, go and look it up in the dictionary and see first, figure out what it means to you, and then go look it up in the dictionary and see how much of a difference there is between the dictionary and your version of it. They probably match up fairly similar, but get very, very clear with the words that you do use and how you're using them, right? And responsibility is one of those that we have to get very, very clear with because there's multiple perspectives around this thing. Responsibility is this very grand idea that gets blanketed over by like, oh, it's just, it's simple. I take responsibility for it. But what do you take responsibility for? All right, so responsibility's definition, according to Google, is the state or force of having a duty to deal with something or of having control over someone. Quote, a job with greater responsibility. The state or fact of being accountable or to blame for something. They did not, quote, they denied responsibility for the bomb attack. It's not my fault, right? That's what they were trying to get that there, you know. And now, the last one, the opportunity or ability to act independently and to make decisions without authorization. Quote, we would expect individuals lower down the organization to take on more responsibility. Now, apply that to your life. What are you taking responsibility for? What you're not taking responsibility for? You know, what is someone else's responsibility versus your own? What in your life versus not in your life? I mean, there's a lot of different perspectives that we can take here. You know, what is your responsibility in the home that you live? Do you live with your significant other, or do you live by yourself? Do you have kids? What's everybody's responsibility? You know, in the grand scheme of things, what's your responsibility to the earth, to your world, to your family, to you? What's your responsibility? In your job, what is your responsibility? And why do you have your job in the first place? You see how far, like, responsibility can be this great, great, big, huge thing. And we're going to get into that more in future segments. But for right now, the big thing about this is to get clear on the words that you use and take responsibility for the words that come out of your mouth, for how you think your thoughts. Responsibility for everything that you can take responsibility for that is clear to you. Does this make sense? Take responsibility to be clear with how you view the word responsibility. Anyway, we'll get into more videos on this, but get clear with what the word responsibility means.